All right, first priest. It's like your first reader. Present thyself.
Say my name. Kwal Shawat Yahuda
Ban Yahuda.
Ban Yahara
Ban Yashala.
Ban Yashala. Kwal Shawat Ban Yahuda Ban Yashala.
So now I'm back in Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Salute.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Barakathon.
Barakathon.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Fix this up real quick. All right. Good. Got him pulled up. Don't turn to him yet. Face front. So,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatah.
so out to the front. Right hand. La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Inside of him. Back. So out to the front. Turn it over. This part down. Face front. Men of Israel, Namagim. Upon Yaquadam, turn to face the east. It's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Abinawa.
Abinawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lakwatka.
Lakwatka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Latandanawa.
Latandanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kol.
Kol.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknanawa.
Wasalaknanawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Abiyanawa.
Abiyanawa.
Banasaiwan.
Banasaiwan.
Abol.
Abol.
Hawashanawa.
Hawashanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahatha para.
Wahatha para.
La'awalani.
La'awalani.
Aman.
Aman.
In English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Ready for the power structure in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawat Yahana.
Ha'alawapyum.
Ha'alawapyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakwatazayan Yam.
Hakwatazayan Yam.
Hakaya Yalyum.
Hakayam.
Waha Aquathium.
Wahakathim.
Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Thawad Aman.
Thawad Amen.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Pray to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanaw.
Wayasha'Allah.
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 Wa. Ya.
Why?
Yeah, repeat after me. Wa.
Why?
Ya.
Yah.
Sha'Allah.
Sha'Allah.
Wayasha'Allah.
Wayasha'Allah.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Sapari.
Sapari.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Thawad Aman.
Thawad Aman.
In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us and Yasha'Allah.
Bless us and Yahshua.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Praying for the Hakah, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Baba Kasha.
Baba Kasha.
Latandanau.
Latandanau.
Hakah.
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 La Rapa'ah.
La Rapa'ah.
Call Makala.
Call Mamalah.
Wakal Marawak.
Wakal Marawak.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamat Azarayim.
Hamat Azarayim.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Lahakwim.
Lahakwim.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Arakua.
Arakua.
Hatama'al.
Hatama'al.
Lagar Son.
Lagar Son.
By Hashem Yahushua.
By Hashem Yahushua.
Thawad Aman.
Thawad Aman.
In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azari.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamuwat.
Lamuwat.
Ragalka.
Ragalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Salaki. Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makar Rai.
Makar Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'aitha.
Ma'aitha.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Awalam.
Awalam.
In English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al damya laka.
Al damya laka.
Al damya laka.
Laka.
All thakarash.
All thakarash.
Wa all thashakwat.
Wa all thashakrash.
All
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awabiaka.
Awabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ai.
Ya'ai.
Rayamwa.
Rayanyam.
Ra'ai.
Ra'ai.
Rayamwa.
Rayamyam.
Rayamwa.
Rayamwa. Can't say that word. Trying.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Rayanyam.
We'll work on that.
Rayanyam.
We'll work on that. Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Al Tazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakak Yadam.
Wanakak Yadam.
Magawya.
Magawya.
Wala Yazakar.
Wala Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Aitazawa.
Aitazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Why Yashai Alayam?
No. Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Why Ashai Aliyam?
Everybody took pictures of these last weekend, correct?
Come.
Did anybody study them on their own?
Not me, sir.
Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Why
Yam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wa Hagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Amawan.
Wa'aman.
Wa Amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Halashat.
Yashash.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Taza War.
Taza War.
Gam Asha War.
Gam Asha War.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasiyah.
Kasiyah.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayash Wan.
Kwayash
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Mab.
Mab.
Select it. Yab.
Yab.
Mawab.
Mawab.
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Call Nasaya Kamwa.
Call Nasaya Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Naya Rashah.
Naya Rashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa. Na'awat. Na'awat.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahayat.
Alahayat.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Rawaka.
Rawaka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Thaba'ira.
Thaba'ira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Thalahat.
Thalahat.
Harayam.
Harayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Tharadapma.
Tharadapma.
Basa'irika.
Basa'irika.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapathka.
Wapathka.
Thabalaham.
Thabalaham.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kualawan.
Kalawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwashwa.
Bakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Bahalwa.
Bahalwa.
Idiyai.
Idiyai.
Waya.
Waya.
Kaparwa.
Kaparwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Abadwa.
Abadwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Da'aiwa.
Da'aiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Ab. Call.
Call.
Haratazai.
Haratazai.
In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel, that the name of Yasha Allah may be no more in remembrance.
That name of Yasha Allah would no remember.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together in one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarines.
And the Hagarines.
Gabal. And Ammon.
And
Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur is also joined with them.
Assur also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
That's perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zed.
Like Zed.
Yea. All their princes as Zabak.
All the princes as Zabak.
And as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
O my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth a wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the Most High.
Art the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And the punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And the punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
Court system.
The
prison system.
And the prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitazi.
The
Gay movement.
The gay movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft. That's the space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airwaves. Cable access channel. Radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way that try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues.
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 Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume them.
Through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
Let your faith shake the house of the thief
And the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua.
Let Yahushua.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down to flying saucers.
Come down with flying saucers.
Punish all the heathens.
And punish all the heathens
that come up against us.
that come against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
It is the angels that have done it.
It is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause him to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to shake thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Saw it to the front.
We can take it prompted next time. I'll just get ready to do it.
Shabi, be seated.
Oh, the water, Tabak. Good coffee. Cool. Good.
Not enough sugar, okay?
Not enough sugar. We out of sugar?
No.
Oh, shucks.
We don't have cream.
We ain't got. They just bought some cream.
Cream, yes, yeah.
I thought you just said we're out.
Huh? Cream, I say sugar.
Sugar, alright. Shalom, Israel. Y'all by Shem Yahushua, Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Latam by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any organization. Israel, pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes. We got a couple events coming up. Tonight, we're going to be closing down the Feast of Tabernacles. We got brothers from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. They go to Chicago, coming up to Milwaukee, support their brothers. This will be a glorious camp and closing. November 4th, we got Commanding General Yohana's 3rd annual Operation Reservation on the Menominee Reservation. We'll be at the Neopit Pavilion. That's Saturday, November 4th. And then November 23rd through the 26th, we got the Houston Cookout. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to the Menominee Reservation, to the Menominee Nation, man. Let the brothers and sisters know that we ain't forgot about them. We in this thing together, so we got to support each other. We ain't going to get the resources from nowhere else, man. We got to do something about this, and we got to do it together. So this is ISUPK Milwaukee Sabbath service. We're going to be going over the next set of verses in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it into the English and break everything down. Last week we had left at Genesis chapter 10, verse 4, so we're going to pick up in Genesis chapter 10, verse 5. And we're just gonna finish off. So I can pause. I don't know about that. We're gonna read through the rest of Genesis chapter 10, and then next week we'll pick up with 11, because that's pretty much gonna equal out to the number of verses with the amount of brothers that we have in the class today. So Genesis chapter 10, starting at verse 5, we're gonna read 7 verses in the Hebrew, and then transfer over to the English, break everything down nice and smooth. So whenever you're ready, Kwawal Shawat, let them know where you're at and get started.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 5.
So I can make sure everybody's phones on mute. Phones are on mute.
So I can just find, so it's right here.
The number's gonna be on there too.
It's very small, but the number is, it does correlate. It should be. You see that 5 right here below my pinky?
Oh yeah, yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Ba.
Where are you? Yeah, that's not a lot.
So that's one. That ain't two. That's one left. One left. One word. Man.
Yeah, that's one character.
Okay, I think it's just.
Select Ba. Oh, alright.
Ma.
There you go.
Ma.
Seems like you rushed into just.
Yeah, I thought it was separate. Though. I was like, yeah, first,
I like to
two
see how they
different
touch.
things.
You see how they touch.
I see touch.
Alright, so our characters, it's not like Chinese how you're gonna have a bunch of lines all connected and it's like 3 words in that one character. Ours are gonna be all separate like that.
Okay. Common concept. Baha. Ha. Right there.
Ha.
They ain't the end though. The end dropped it. That's that one, right? Ah.
But that first character is not Ba. We just corrected that. That first character in the scriptures.
Okay. The first character. Oh, Maha.
That first character is correct, but now you're mispronouncing the second. You just identified it.
Ma.
There you go.
Ma.
So like just for time's sake, because we got 4 readers that we're gonna try to get through. You're gonna have to go back and start watching some of the classes. Have you been tuning into any Friday classes?
A little, sir. Not more. I need more though.
I know, so we're gonna have to up that. I'll read these. Genesis chapter 10, verse 5. Just to follow along as you can. Ma'ala. Naparadwa. Ayaya. Hagawim.
Baratazatham, Ayash, Lalashanwa, Lamashapakathium, Lamashapakathum, Bagal Yaham, verse 6. Wabanya, Kam, Kawash, Wamatazarium, Wapuat, Wakanayan, Select it. Wakanaim, verse 7. Wabanya, Kawash, Sabah, Wakawala, Select. Wakawayala, Wasabatha, Waraima, Wasabathakam, it's like Wasabathakam, Wabanya, Waraima, Shabbat, it's like Shabbat, Wadadan. Verse 8. Verse 8. Wakawash. Yalad. Af. Namarad. Hawa. Hakala. Laiwath, Gabar, Baratazar, verse 9, Hawa, Hayaha, Gabar, Tazwa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Khan, Yamar, Kanamarad, Gabawar, Taziad, Lapanya, Yahweh, verse 10. Wathahaya, Laashiat, it's like Raashiat. Mamalakathwa, Babal, Warak, Slaki, Waraka, Wakad, Wakalana, Baratazah, Shanayah, verse 11, Manah, Haaratazah, Hahawa, Yatazah, Ashawar, Wayaban, Ath, Nayanawa, Wa'ath, Rakhabath, Ayar, Wa'ath, Kalak. Now that's those 7 verses, 5 through 11.
And we're going to read back in English. Pick it up. And it's not going to be from here. Oh, you already transferred. No, you're still in the tonight. Right, so keep it open to where we just were. Okay, close this. Pick it up in English.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 5. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, Mazarine, and Phut, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Sabah, and Havilah, and Sabbath, and Ram, and Subteca, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
So I believe we had went over this actually last week. I didn't have it documented on the title though, so I wanted to make sure that we backtrack a little bit, just to make sure that we are covering everything appropriately and labeled correctly. So this is just talking about some of the offspring of Ham's children, and then I brought up a famous name, Nimrod, who was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That doesn't, he was just a good hunter. Those were his defining qualities. Nothing too crazy about it. Keep going.
Verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord.
So they just said it like 3 times back to back. He was that good of a hunter. He's very renowned for it. Not that he got favor in the Most High's eyes or consideration, just because it says that he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. The Lord was not with Nimrod. He was just a really good hunter. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Karnah, and the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Ashur, and builded Nineveh and the city of Rehoboth and Calah.
So these are just the established cities that he had built up. Babel being the famous one, where the Babylonian Empire had gotten its foundation from. Yep. Or select Babel. Babylon was something different. Select. You get
chapter 10, verse 10. The last word, when they say Shinar, that means Babylon or Babel or Babylon.
I think Babylon came as a result of, I know it mentions it in here. I can't remember if Babel was necessarily the origin point of Babylon, or if Babylon was a separate establishment. I have to get clarity on that. But those are the 7 verses in English. Clap it up for the brother. I have just some men up here on the podium. I'm Martin. Next priest, present thyself. Actually, it would be Kananya.
Kananya Ban Yahawada Ban Yashala.
Kananya Ban Yahawada Ban Yashala.
You exit that side. Oh, select my fault. This guy's select. Keep on forgetting that word. Okay.
Y'all about Shem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Alright, now you made. Next time, wait till I wait.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Y'all about Shem Yahshua Barakatham. La Yashala.
Shabi, be seated. So the next 7 verses in Hebrew, starting at Genesis chapter 10, verse 12. 12 through 18. What up, Ra. Rasa. Rasaza. Rasaz. A little bit less. Put me back towards me. Okay, thank you. Rasa. You get one of the larger sheets. By chance, did you catch class yesterday?
A little bit of it. Arguing with a dragon yesterday, so I feel.
Why
Ra'ata. Rasa. Rusada. Rusaza.
It's at the end of the word. It's not the same size as the other characters.
Warsana.
There you go. Now just to pronounce it, Rasan.
Rasan. Rasan. Baya. Bayan. 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 Naya. Naya na. Z. Naya na. Wa. Naya na wa. Naya na ha. Naya na wa ha.
You got all the characters identified. Pronunciation, Nayana Wa.
Nayana wa.
Speak up a little bit.
Nayana wa. Kala.
It's left. You skip through.
Wa. Waba. Wabaya. Waya ban.
You got it a little backwards.
Waba. Yan.
There you
Waya.
go. I don't know.
Waya. Waba.
There
Wabayan.
you go.
Wabayan. Bala. Ka. La. Kala. Kalakh.
And again, you identified them. Kalak.
Kalak. Kalak. Kalak. Hawa. Hawa.
Hawa.
Hawa. Hawa. Hayai. Her eye.
Essentially, it's that brother's name.
I
It's his name. What's his name?
Yar.
IR.
Ayah. Hugga. Hugga. Huggara. Huggada. Huggadala. Huggala. Huggaya. Huggada. Huggaya. La. Huggala. Laha. Huggala. Huggada. Huggalaya. Wait, what's that? Huggala. Huggada. La. Laha.
Close again. You got all the characters identified. So pronounce it. Haggadala.
Haggadala.
Because that H, most times, not each and every time, that H is going to drop off. It's going to be kind of a silent H. It's going to be kind of like a breath at the end of the word. It's like when we say a thought, it's spelled with that. So I'm going to spell this out real quick. It's like when we say Barakatha. Technically, it's still gonna have that on there, but you don't really pronounce that. But when you see it written down, that's how we spell it. So you're still gonna have that H at the end of it. But when we're saying this in English, or I don't want to say when we're saying it in English because we're speaking in Hebrew, that doesn't get pronounced. It's just kind of attached to the end of it. So this is just kind of like a breath at the end of the word. A tha. A tha. A tha. So most times when you see that ha character at the end of the word, that does not get pronounced like this. It's just going to be that consonantal, even just a mention, a brief mention of it. Just going to be like a breath at the end of the word. You hand me the eraser slide. Alright, but that was let's clap it up for brother. So again, for time's sake, we'll just keep this moving. We got a few more couple other brothers to bring up. So that was Genesis chapter 10 and 12 verses 13. Wamatazaraim. Yalad. Ah. Lawadium. Wa'ath. Anam Yum. Wa'ath. Lahabium. Wa'ath. Napathakam. Verse 14. Wa'ath. Pathrasium. Wa'ath. Kasalakium. Ashar. Yatazawa. Masham. Palashathium. Wa'ath. Kapathrium. Verse 15. Wakanaim. Yalad. Ah. Taziadan. Bakar. Wa'ath. Kath. Verse 16. Wa'ath. Hayabwasya. Wa'ath. Ha'amaria. Wa'ath. Hagaragasya. Verse 17. Wa'ath. Hakawya. Wa'ath. Hierarchia. Wa'ath. Hasayanya. Verse 18. Wa'ath. Harawad. Slack. Ha'arawadia. Wa'ath. Hatazamaria. Wa'ath. Hakamathia. Wa'akar. Napat Slack. Napatazawa. Mashapakawa. Hakananya. Hakananya. All right, that's those 7 verses in the Hebrew. We're going to bring it back to the English. So Genesis chapter 10, verses 12 through 18. Whenever you're ready, let them know where you're at and kick it off.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 10, and verse 12. And Resen between Nevaeh and Kalah. The same is a great city. Verse 13. Mizraim, and Mizraim beget Ludum and Anamin and Lahabin and Nefertim, Nephton. Verse 14. And Patruzim, and Casluzim, out of whom came Philistine.
You know, I don't see Africans naming their kids after these, great ancestors of theirs. Keep going.
And Cappatorium. Verse 15. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, in Heth. Verse 16. And the and the Jeb Jebusite and the Amorite, Emorite, and the Gargasite. Verse 17, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite.
So I mean, these are the different type of people groups that Canaan had fathered. The Jebusites, the Emorites, the Girgasites. It's like,
are these names of people or these names of tribes?
they would essentially have started off as like the name of a man, but this became, I don't even want to necessarily say tribes, but I would say like family groups. The Jebusites would have been, how would I say it, like, damn, I don't know cities around you in Portland that could help make sense of this, but like the Racinites, the Kenoshaites, the Waukeshaites, just like different kind of places that were set up and established around them after what they called themselves. I don't want to necessarily say that they were, like, he had a son named Lahab or Lud. Or no, that's Mizraim, sorry. That Canaan had a son named Jebu or Emo. Maybe he did, maybe didn't, I don't know. Girgas. Because, the Ite part means to be a son of, so I'm assuming that there was a man at that point. But it's not necessarily saying that like in 15 it's saying, Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth. And when it's saying and the Jebusite and the Emorite and the Girgasite, he would have been the progenitor of those people groups. But I couldn't answer right now if he had a literal son named Jebu or if that was later on down the line. Salakia. Somebody else had a point. I saw a couple hands go up. Kala, Tabak. You had your hand up?
I was going to say, because right here is giving the name of sons, all right?
Right.
And then eventually, Canaan.
Right.
It becomes the name of the land, right? And that's why they call it the Canaanites.
Right.
Right? Pretty much I would say like the name of a person, and then this person, begat some other children. And then I believe, I like to say, and maybe I can be wrong, but correct me, it can be something like clans.
Something like that. That's why I was saying, like family groups, people groups. So like if we look up Jebusites right here. All right, so first if you look up, and I wouldn't want to necessarily make this correlation, but like in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, there's a Jebus, which is the name by which Jerusalem was known when it was in possession of the Jebusites. So now it also has Jebusites in here, a Canaanite tribe descended from Canaan according to the table of nations in Genesis 10 and dwelling in the land before the Israelite conquest. So a Canaanite tribe, a descendant up from Canaan, in here it doesn't necessarily list them as like the direct heir, though. Like a direct son, as when it said Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth. It doesn't, like when it goes up to Mizraim in verse 13, begat Ludum and Anamim, and Lehabim and Nephtun. It's telling you that those are direct, children of Mizraim. It's not given that same identification for these tribes extended from Canaan in 16 and 17. They are related to them, obviously, but right here it's a little unclear to me if they are direct descendants or necessarily the order of operations and how that unfolded. That's something else I can ask about. But in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, again, it does list them as descended from Canaan, and that they are Canaanite tribes. And that's the best that I can get out of it right now. All right, keep going.
Verse 18. And the Arvadite and the Zemarite, Zemarite, and the Hamathite, Hamathite, and afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad.
So I mean, so families of the Canaanites spread abroad. So the different family groups that Canaan had fathered. It's not saying that any of these are the sons of Sidon. I don't like assuming anything about the records, but me personally, I would assume that these are other sons of Canaan. It just doesn't word it in the same way. So these, and I guess one difference between like Sidon, it's not saying the Sidonites or the Hethites. So those were probably children that didn't really carry on the rest of the Canaanite line, where the Jebusites became a family group of people. The Amorites became, a larger group of people. The Girgashites, so on and so forth. I think that's the main difference that we're seeing there. That these actually became like a people. But that is those 7 verses. Clap it up for the brother. I'm gonna get the next set. So the man at the podium, Magim. Next priest, present thyself.
Do I do this first?
I got to double check on the procedures and how they do that, but for now, just in a Magim Shabbat, give your registry.
Ayar ban Yashkar ban Yashrala.
Ayar ban Yashkar ban Yashala.
Salute.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatham.
Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah.
Face to your right. Wait till I wait you forward.
Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatham.
La Yashala.
Ya Yashala. La Yashala.
Shabian, be seated. Alright, so we're going to keep this going in the Hebrew. We are in Genesis chapter 10, verse 19. It's going to be 19 through 25. Yeah, Rupa. Kala?
I did have a question for the last verse.
Go ahead.
That you was talking about. You did say those was like the tribe of Africans, right?
Yeah, these would be bloodline. All right. We gotta do. We just gotta be clear on what we mean by Africans. Because again, at this time, there was no continent called. Phones on mute, please. Phones on mute, please.
I think I did.
Please throw it at the damn wall. Just do whatever it takes to stop that sound. Can't do it? I appreciate you. Appreciate you. No sweat. Everybody else, phones on mute? Baba Kasha. The what? All right. So, yes, there was no continent of Africa back at that time. We all know that. Let's start getting in the practice of saying, were they Hamites? Hamitic Africans. That'd be one way to put it.
Just to give the distinction between Israelites living in Africa. 1 second. But yes, these are Hamitic tribes that had populated the African continent as we know it today.
Okay. Slack, sir. Again. So the descendants of the Hamites, they didn't want to take on the names of their forefathers.
After so long and wars, eradications, migrations, developing their own identities. You know, now you've got, what is it? Something like, you got like 50 some odd countries on the continent.
Okay.
You got like 2,000 some odd language groups out there. You got thousands of different, families and tribes out there that don't identify with each other, that live, a football field, or I don't know how long, how much space is between them, but maybe a couple miles away from each other. So instead of Archites and Arvadites, and again, I'm just using the English pronunciation. We were to go to, instead of Khalak or Lawadium, they're Sudanese. They identify as Sri Lankans, and whatever, and the Tutsi and
the tribe of Sauce.
Things like that. So I
Like
mean,
that.
I've never cared to speak with a Hamite long enough to be like, do you know that you come from Ham?
Yeah. I mean, growing up, you see Africans everywhere. I mean,
Everywhere.
Hamites here.
Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
I had
Minnesota,
one,
stupid.
his name was Boubacar.
There you
I
go.
was like, well, why?
I don't think no Israelite would do that to their kid. I wouldn't do that to my son.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
He was made fun of because of his name.
I would have made fun of him. If I named him that, I would have made fun of him. If I was responsible for that, shit, man. But yeah, so today I've never seen them, but again, I've never talked to them long enough to take that back. If you were to ask somebody like Shaka Amos, of course he would deny it because, well, actually he may or may not, because they acknowledge biblical tribes, like the Amorites and whatnot. Like that's a historical family. So I mean, people can't necessarily just up and deny that. Phone on mute. All right, cool. They can't just up and deny that, but they're just not going to claim it either. That would give too much credence to the Bible.
Right.
So they've got their Ashantis and Nigerians and blah 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 today. So I think that's their way of, I don't want to say trying to sweep it under the rug or separate themselves from the biblical history, but that's just, it's what it is today.
So slack it.
It's like, real quick, was that good?
That was it. That was it.
All right, good.
So like to name a so-called African, his biblical name would be Cush.
We have,
Canaanite.
depending on where they're coming from. Like if you were to see an Ethiopian, you could correctly count them as a Cushite.
Cush.
You could say that.
And what's like the part where it's saying, because you know how when we mentioned Esau, it was Edom. I was Esau, then it became Edomite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how would you call an African?
So like if it was an Ethiopian, I'd be like, I would call them a Cushite.
Cushite.
If you're not sure what tribe they come from, I would just call them a Hamite. Just like I don't know if every white dude that I talk to, if he's Irish or Greek or Scottish, I'm just calling him an Edomite. I'm not going to concern myself with what little sect or tribe or clan that they come from as an individual. I'm just going to group them in as a nation.
just because I don't care to get to know them enough to try to figure that out for them. Well, I'll take that time with us. Like, you know, who's your father? What you go back to? This, that, and the third. I'll take that time with us. All I need to hear from them was, yeah, my daddy was white. My daddy was African. My daddy was a Spaniard. My daddy was an Arab or East Indian. That's all I need to know. I don't care if you're a Sunni Muslim. I don't care if you're a Shiite. I've got coffee to drink. More important than that shit. Anything else?
That's it.
That was good. All right. So we are in Genesis chapter 10, verse 19.
Come.
Let them know yet and kick it off.
All right, so we were on Genesis chapter 10, verse 9.
19.
Verse 19. So I go this way. This
You're
way.
gonna flip it. This way. Because 10. So you should
There's
be.
10 right there.
Oh, this is chapter 11. So this is still in chapter 10.
All right. So that's Wakala,
Verse 19.
Wakalara.
No, you're not. Verse 19.
Oh, Slack, I'm over here.
We're on 19.
Verse 19. So it's Wayahaya.
Sounds like you're kind of skipping over a character.
Rayaha. Wa.
It's not a Y at the end.
Yeah.
There you go. Smooth it.
Rayahaya.
Sounds like you're saying Ra.
Oh, it's Wayahaya.
Yep. So not just to smooth it out.
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya. And that's Ba La. No, Ba Na. No. It's like Ba.
Didn't start with a bar.
Ga.
Yep.
Gana. Gana Wa. Is that no? After that? Oh, so like Ba. Ga. Ba. Ga na. Ga ba wa. Ga na ba wa wala.
You threw a 9.
Ga ba wa la.
Yeah, so you identified all the characters. To pronounce it, again, not every time, but most times, that vowel sound is going to fall off at the end of the word, and you're just going to be left with the consonantal value of it. The vowel sounds, in today's terms, or in today's alphabet, you normally hear it as, A, E, I, O, U. Those give you a vowel sound. The consonants, R, L, H, G, F, be, you know, the rest of the rest of the letters. Most times, not every time, that vowel sound is going to drop off at the end of the word. With practice, you're going to start developing the tools to recognize what's gonna stay, what's gonna fall off. So you pronounce you correctly identified all the characters in it. To smooth it out and pronounce the word gabawal instead of gabawala, gabawal.
So you drop the N.
You're gonna drop that vowel sound at on the la.
Okay. Ga. Oh, I just read that one. Ha. Ha na. No. Ha ba. It's not na or ba. Oh, it's ka. Ha ka. Ha ka na. I. Ha ka na I. Na. Ra, yeah. Hakanaya. Hakanaya.
You're skipping one character.
Yeah. Ha. Ka. Is na. I. Na. Hakanai. Hakanaya na. Yeah. Hakanaya na. Yeah.
When you're going to pronounce it, you're kind of jumbling up some of the characters.
Am I pronouncing them all right?
You're identifying them.
So the last, just yas at the end, how you say it?
The ya's pretty much always going to be fully pronounced.
Yeah, kind. So what's wrong?
Like when you're slowing it down and you're identifying each character, you're going to do that, you know, ha, ka, na, I, na, ya. But then when you say the word, you mix up some of the characters sometimes, or you'll add a character, or you take a character away. So when you're trying to pronounce it, you don't hit every character mark out with the correct pronunciation, or sometimes you just skip it altogether.
And how would I know when to pronounce it?
You just have to be able to kind of tell the difference, because like again, when you're trying to sound it out for the first time, you're able to identify them, but then when you go to pronounce it, that's just where something kind of gets mixed up. I'm not sure how to walk you through that.
Yeah, I don't have more experience on that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you just need to kind of slow it down a little bit in your mind before you go to pronounce it. Like when I'm reading this stuff, like I'll pronounce it a few times in my head to myself until I get the confidence that it'll be a smooth pronunciation.
So what letters do I need to blend?
So the ka and the na will be together. The I and the na will be together.
Kananya? Kananya?
So the base word here is Canaan. In Hebrew, it would be Canaan.
Canine.
So Hakananya.
Hakananya.
Not like Cananya.
Hakanine.
Canine.
Hakanine. Ma. Taza. Ya. Da. Na.
So now you identify them. To smooth it out. Based off of some of the kind of rules that we go over with the End of the word.
Matazaya Rana.
So when you first pronounced it, you identified all the characters. Now when you went to say it, you mixed up the da and the ra. So when you first sounded it all out, you said ma, ta, za, ya, da, na. And then when you went to pronounce it, ma, ta, za, ya, ra.
Matazaya da. Matazaya da.
Now you're forgetting the last character.
Na. Matazaya da na.
And then you're missing the ya.
Matazaya. Ya. Matazaya da na. Matazaya da na.
Now using that rule of thumb about at the end it's gonna that vowel sound's gonna drop off. This is gonna be one of those cases.
Matazaya da. Matazaya da na. Matazaya da.
Matazaya down.
Matazaya da. Ba a ka ha.
You identified them all. Now again, that rule that we just talked about a couple minutes ago. You're not even. It's going to be just like a breath at the end of the word, right? Like when we say a thought, we don't even pronounce that.
So just
kind of at the end. So a thought, it's just like a breath at the end of it.
So ba a ka tha. By a katha.
There's no th.
By a ka lach.
There's no luck. You identified all the characters.
Ba a ka. By a ka.
Ba-ka.
Ba-ka.
Very close. Good job.
Ga. Gara. 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 Agara.
You're getting close. You're gonna end up pronouncing both R's here. Gara.
Garara. Ira. Ira.
Nah, that's not a word.
Oh, Gaida. Ida.
This would just be Ida.
Ide. Isaac. Isaac.
There you go. Perfect.
Isaac. Isaac. Ba-a-ka. By a ka.
Yep.
Sa. Sarah.
No.
Sada. Sadama. Sadama.
Yep. Yep. Perfect.
Wa-I-sa. Wa-I-sa. Asma. Wa-I-ma. Ra.
Yep.
Ra-I-ma. Ira. Imra. Da. That's what? Ra. No, wa. Ra.
It's not a rock.
Da. Wa a da. Ma. Wa a da.
So far.
Wa da. Wa dam. Wa dam. Dam. Ha. Wa dama.
Yep. Let's say that again. Smooth out.
Radamha. Yeah.
Wadama.
Wadama. Da. Wa I ka. Wa taza ka ya. Nah. Oh, it's ba. Like da I like it. Wa I. It's not what?
It's a word.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, it's taza. Wa taza. Wa taza na. Wa taza ya. Wa taza ya ba. Wa taza ba. Ya. Wa taza ya ba. Sa.
See now, like right there, you just got those two backwards.
Wasa.
Nope. When you were going to pronounce it, you said Wataza ya ba.
Wa
Flipped it around.
taza na.
Nope.
Ka.
Nope. We just went over what it was, and then like this is the third time that we changed it. We established wa, we established taza, we established ba. So those three should never change.
So wa taza ba ya sa. No?
The last one.
Sa. It's not sa?
Nope. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's ma.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's at the end. So the letter changes a little bit.
It does. And then it's more of a box, whereas sa is more
This
of a circle.
So, wa taza na
Nope.
ka. Na.
No.
Oh, good night. Ba?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, like you just said.
I know.
You forgot.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
I understand. It definitely takes a lot of repetition. Now, what is abium?
What is abium? I, ra, Ida.
No. So, and again, just the pronunciation in this case, Id.
Id. La, sha, tiza.
Nope.
La, sha, I.
So in this case,
Lashaya.
Lashai.
Lashai.
Lashai. All right, clap it up for the brother. All right, so verse 20. Allah, Banya, Kam, Namashapakatham, Lalashantham, Baratazatham. Pagawyaham.
verse 21. Walasham, Yalad, Gam, Hawa, Abia, Ko, Banya, Ibar, Akhya, Yapak, Hagadawal. Verse 22. Banya, Sham, Ilaham, Waashawar, Wa'arapakashad, Wa'arapak, yes, like. Wa'arapakashad, Walawat, select. Walawad, Wa'aram, verse 23. Wabanya, Aram, Iwataza, Wakawal, Wagathar, Wamash, verse 24. Wa'arapakashad, Yalad, Af, Shalak, Washalak, Yalad, Af, Ibar, verse 25. Wala Ibar, Yalad, Shanya, Banyam, Sham, Ha'akad, Palagak, Kaya, Bayam Yawa, Napalaga, Harataza, Washam, Akayuwa, Lakwatan. That's those 7 verses in Hebrew. We're going to bring it back into English. Genesis chapter 10, verses 18 through 25. Let them know where you at. Kick it off.
Genesis
Chapter 10, verses 18 through 25.
and 18. Genesis chapter 10, verse 18. And the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward,
19. Yeah, 19.
And the border of Canaanites was some Sodom, as thou comest to Gerar unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom, and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These are the sons of Ham. Verse 20. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, and their countries, and in their nations.
So these are the descendants of Ham, from Ham's direct sons, and then to his grandsons and their offspring and whatnot, and the family groups that have broke off and extended from Ham. Not that special of a start. We all started off like that. Now we're about to get in the Shem, the same thing. Just keep going.
Verse 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber.
Which is where the term Hebrew comes from. Yep, keep going.
Salaki. So Eber was the sons of before they were called Israelites.
Yes. Yeah, we don't come in until much later. We were the last nation to be born on the table of nations.
And Eber is the son of Abraham?
No, he would have been like the grandfather or something like that of Abraham. Abraham comes a good time after this.
All right, Khan. The brother of Japheth. Japheth. The elder, even to him were children born. Verse 22. The children of Shem, Elam.
So Elam is the East Indians. Keep going.
And Ashur.
Ashur is the Assyrians. The Assyrians came out of him. So again, you're going to see these family groups. This is why we say biblically, and we're just saying biblically, we are closer related to the so-called white man and the so-called East Indians and the so-called Arabs and the so-called Asians than we are to the so-called Africans, the so-called Aboriginals, and things like that. Just because of the family groups that everybody came out of, and you know, these are the children of Shem. We come from Shem. So any of the children of Ham, you know, we would be more distanced from, because that's not our direct forefather. Even though we would all be related through Noah, families break off, families grow, they move around, they have differences in between them, land barriers, language barriers, customs, traditions. There's just differences between us. Like, keep going.
Verse 24.
No, you're still in 22. Elam and Ashur.
Oh.
Arphaxad.
And Arphaxad. And Lod. And Amar. Aram.
I forget which people groups these are, but again, they're still all Semitic. Keep going.
And the children of Amar. Aram. Uz.
Now this is where Abraham ends up coming out of. The Chaldeans lived in Uz. You know, Uz established a land, and the Chaldeans came out of that land, and Abraham came out of the Chaldeans of Uz. So just to kind of show the family how that broke up.
And Salakia. And Uz is straight descendant from Africa.
Uz?
Yeah.
No, these are children of Shem.
Okay, so Shem, Salaki. Shem is people from like Iraq, Eastern, Palestine.
No, those are Ishmaelites.
Ishmaelites.
Yeah, they come later on down the line. Those Ishmael came from Abraham, just like Isaac came from Abraham. We are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Ishmaelites would be Abraham, Ishmael, and Muhammad.
Khan. And Hul. Ho. And Greater. And Gether. And Mash. And verse 24. And Arphaxad begot Salah. And Salah begot Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg. For in his days the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan.
Alright, so that's those 7 verses. Back it up. Put the man on the podium, Amagim. Next priest, present thyself. Our registry.
Kala Bangad Bangyasharala.
Kala Banyad Banyashala.
Yabashim al Shabrakathum.
Yabashim Shabarakatah.
To your right.
Like 9 minutes left that we gotta get through this. So.
Yabashim Shabarakatah.
Yabashim al Shabrakathum. La Yashala.
Shab, you can be seated. All right, Slocky, just for time's sake, just to run through these real quick, these last handful of verses. Just jump in and then you can read it in English.
Okay.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 26. Wayakutan, Yalad, Ath, Al-Muwaddad, Wa'ath, Shalak, Wa'ath, Katazaramuat, Wa'ath, Yarak, verse 27, Wa'ath, Hadwaram, Wa'ath, Awazal, Wa'ath, Dakula, verse 28, Wa'ath, Awabal, Wa'ath, Abima'al, Wa'ath, Shaba'ah, verse 29, Wa'ath, Awapal, Wa'ath, Kawiyala, Wa'ath, Yawabab, Ko, Allah, Banya, Yakutan, verse 30. Wayahaya, Barashabam, Mama Sha'ar, Ba'aka, Shapura, Hara, Hakwadam, verse 31. Allah, Banya, Sham, Lamashapakatham, Lalashanatham, Ba'araktazatham, Lagar Yaham, verse 32. Allah, Mashpakat, Banya, Nak, Lathawaladatham, Bagaw Yaham, Wamala'a, Salaki, Wama'ala, Naparadwa, Hagarium, Ba'araktaza, Akar, Hamabual. All right, so that ends Genesis chapter 10 in the Hebrew. We're going to read these last verses in the English. So Genesis chapter 10, verses 26 through 32. Whenever you're ready, let them know where you're at. Kick it off.
Kind out of one kind. The book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 26. And Joktan begat Almodad, and Shalef. Is that Hazar Maven? Hazar Maven?
Pronunciation of Hazar Maveth. I would say Hazar Maveth.
And Hazar Maveth, and Jerah, and Hadoram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan, and their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Sephar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem. Stop at 31?
No, I'm just saying. You got to say, when you're going from verse to verse, just mention 30, 31.
Okay, slide it. 31. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, in their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. 32. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood.
It's not that complicated, man. This is just what happened. This is just the history of it. Everybody wants to come up with these complicated stories about the origins of man, and it makes it, so mysterious and fantastical that it's hard to make sense of. And the Bible just keeps it very clear, very succinct, straightforward, to the point. These are the sons of these people. These are the sons of these people. We can trace these back. And the people that we see today that have assumed identities of their conquests, we can also trace that history back too. So that's it in English. That finishes chapter 10. Join us next week for when we kick off chapter 11. So with that, we're gonna close out with the Lord's Prayer, just because it is about that time. We're about to kick it at camp in a second here. So with that, men of Israel, Amajim. That's for everybody. Amajim. Men of Israel, upon Yahweh, turn to face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13.
Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwatka.
Malakaka.
Saba'ah.
Ba'ah.
Batazaka.
Ba'azaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Lathandanawa.
Lathandanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam. Basalaknawa.
Basalaknawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kawashnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawashnawa.
Kabawathinawa.
Kawashnawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Thabiyanawa.
Thabiyanawa.
Manasawan.
Manasawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawshanawa.
Hawshanawa.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wahata Para.
Wa'ala.
La'aulamya.
Yahweh.
Aman.
Aman.
In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth, as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And give us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into
But
temptation.
deliver us from evil.
And deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
The power.
And the power.
The glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
So at the front. We're going to salute the Torah on our way out. Blow that after. So Salakia, Kalaf, Sodomy. That's yeah, we'll do it.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brak. Yeah.
That's back. Y'all can exit through that side, rank in order. Make sure that you can see us on the camera, on the computer good.
Ya Bashem Yashabara Ya.
And the next time we'll probably just turn over this one instead of either that or y'all just move up so that you get behind.
Shalom Yahweh Bahashan Yahweh Barakaya. Shalom Yahweh Bahashan Yahweh Yahweh Bahashan Yahushai Barak Ya.
Normally we go with a fist, but you can do it over
Yahba Shemel Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahba Shem Yashai Barak Yah.
No.
Y'all about to see me outside Brocky up.
Step up.
Yahweh Bahashem Yabashah. Barak. Yahweh Bahashem Yabashah Barak Yah.
That concludes Sabbath service. Shalom.